Alright, in this video we're going to break down the back shoulder fade, including timing, our indicators, our ball placement, and then go into how to stop it with some clips. So first we're just going to run a fast speed. This is from our preseason week 1 of the Titans and the Falcons. Just wanted to show you what it looks like in full speed and go through a few things. So number one, our indicator. So our best indicator as a quarterback is we see the back of the cornerback's head and we see our receiver's eyes. Obviously that's not always going to be able to be possible, but we're really making sure we see the back of the corner's head, our receiver looking back at us, or we have talked to them in the huddle and they know that that's what they're looking for. So second, I really want to show the ball placement. So our ball placement is we want to put the ball between obviously the numbers and the sideline to a place that only our receiver can get it. And receiver does a great job of here turning his body and kind of protecting the ball and really giving us a lot of space between the numbers and the sidelines. You'll see cornerbacks who can kind of push receivers over. It's going to make it tougher. So now running it in slow motion, just once again, just really want to notice the timing of this. It's really kind of catch the ball, take 2 steps, and throw it. It's a quick release ball. It's not something that we hold on to. Next, once again, just emphasizing how much space is left between the defender, the receiver, and the sideline. So really giving us a chance as a quarterback to put it in that window. So just running it one more time in slow motion. We take our drop. It's a quick release. We see the back of the cornerback's head. We see our receiver's eyes. We know it's okay to throw that ball. Really put it kind of high and away as best as possible. Give our receiver a chance to make the play. And our teammates throw up their hands. Always happy to see that. So this is another one from this week in the preseason. Ryan Fitzpatrick throwing one against the Bengals, just so you see it in fast speed. So our indicators right here is we see the back of the cornerback's head. Our receiver's eyes are looking towards us. That is kind of the telltale sign of, hey, we can throw this ball. And just at this still, we can see how much space we have between the numbers at the sideline. Our receiver does a great job. So that is the ball placement that we want. Just once again, highlighting the receiver did a great job, giving us a lot of space between the number and the sideline. He's able to jump up and turn. Cornerback really has no chance. It's a really tough physical skill to ask them to jump and push them out. And if you see Phillips here, really kind of loses his balance. So that ball placement is perfect, right in the eyes of our receiver. Lots of space. If we run this in slow motion, just want to show the timing. It's a quick catch. Pump it. He does a play action, really lines up and throws. If you actually notice, it's a run pass option, and they actually let the edge defender free, so that ball needs to be out quickly. So just running in slow motion as a quarterback, what it looks like, we see our receiver's eyes, we see the back of the cornerback's head, we know it's a safe throw. The receiver does a good job of giving us a lot of space between the numbers at the sideline. He brings up that left forearm to make sure he doesn't get pushed back, and we give our receiver a chance to kind of jump up and turn. This is something that can be stopped, though, as we see from Richard Sherman here from an old clip. So that's just running in fast motion. So if we freeze frame our indicator, we think we might have it here where we see the cornerback's head. It's a little early. We don't see the receiver's eyes, but like I said, we're not always going to get that indicator. Sometimes we got to anticipate. So unfortunately here you see Sherman's eyes are inside now. We don't see the back of his head. So when you see the cornerback has the ability to turn his eyes inside, that means he had a lot of tape study, or he's just kind of comfortable with the skill of being able to turn back. As a counter, if we see this, we see our receiver, we tell our receiver to look in and the cornerback turn in, maybe we can pump fake and then have him pass by. So last, the ball placement. Look at this ball placement. It's actually pretty good. It's towards the sideline, but Sherman just makes an excellent play. So cornerbacks, to stop it, you're really, pushing the receiver into the sideline. You're getting your head around so you can look, and then finally making a play on the ball. So if we slow motion it, just really look at Richard Sherman kind of pressing the receiver from the numbers into the sideline as hard as he can. He sees the eyes from the receiver goes up, so his eyes go up, so he has a chance to make a play on the ball, and then just does an unbelievable job here breaking up that pass. So hey, cornerbacks, it's possible. You just have to anticipate a little bit. So just one more time in slow motion. So as quarterbacks, hey, we see the back of the cornerback's head. Is this open? Is it possible? Maybe. Cornerback does a great job of pressing receiver into the sideline. Ball's up, but his eyes are back inside as a cornerback and does an amazing play. Just an amazing play here to break this up. So we're going to show another clip where Sherman actually intercepts it. It's actually in the same game. So this is running full speed, and hate to see that as a quarterback. So our still here is, our indicator. We see the back of, we want to see the back of the cornerback's head. We want to see a receiver looking inside. Remember, that's not always going to happen, and sometimes that could be a telltale sign of, hey, maybe I should look somewhere else because it's not a clean of a release, especially when you have a great cornerback like Richard Sherman. So here, it's a little tough to see, but Sherman's eyes are inside. So, if you're studying tape and you see that cornerback whip his eyes inside, it's going to be a tougher ball to execute. And you see here, Sherman picks it off. That's kind of our ball placement, where as a cornerback, you're able to snag that if you press that receiver to the sideline and get your eyes around and make a play on the ball. So timing-wise, it's a pretty quick one, right? It's a catch, 1-2, throw. Sherman is being very aggressive in terms of pushing that receiver to the sideline. He gets his eyes inside, and then ball placement is, generally we want to give our receiver a shot there. And if the cornerback wasn't looking, it might be okay, but unfortunately, it gets picked off. So just one more time, the timing of this, it's quick, it's a catch, it's a 1-2, and go. Sherman does a great job of pressing him into the sideline. Cornerback gets their eyes around, and then finally just makes a cue on the ball. So, hey, great play by the cornerback. It's possible both ways, and hope you learned something here.